to my channel. This is Nicole with Made from Scrap, and I'm just going to share with you my Outgoing swap. This is for the red, white, and sparkle swap that is by, on Instagram, Beck's Crafting World, and on YouTube, Beck's Crafting World 2. So the requirements were to make a mini banner, 1 beaded element, 3 crafter's choice, 2 crafty store-bought gifts, and then creative packaging. So, and this is a make one get one or make two get two. So I made one, and then I made a few extras for Beck. So I'm going to put that one aside, and I guess let's start with the little mini banner. And so I used the Stars and Stripes Forever collection from Echo Park. And then I just played with that. So I wanted to use up some scraps that I had left over. And this is my little mini banner. It is, each of the pages are just 3 inches wide by 3 3/4 inches tall. So let me zoom you in a little bit. All right, there we go. So the first one, I just put a little dangle here. I put some lace trim. I layered up some of the ephemera pieces here. I pulled out some flowers that are petaloo flowers. Okay. Then I went ahead and used a little clothespin here, golden clothespin. I used an old little punch that I had from Stampin' Up! And then I just layered a couple of pages from the collection. I went ahead and cut down a little straw that I had that is red and white stripe, and a little section of the blue paper from the collection. I punched out another little star and wrapped it around the straw and then glued on this top, and just put some eyelash trim here to make it look like a little firework. So hopefully that's what it looks like. This is a little ephemera piece from the collection. I have another ephemera piece here that's a little tag, and I just popped it up and put a little flower, so this is very easy. And then here I took a piece of the ephemera piece from the collection, and I backed it with a piece of lace all the way around, punched a couple more stars, popped that up, and then last but not least, I went ahead and used a circle scallop punch, and then punched out some gold foil paper, and then put the ephemera piece on top of that, and another little flower here. So that's my little banner. I just put it on some twine. And on the back, I just used some artisan cardstock, and then my information there for YouTube and Instagram. And then this is my little package, my little creative packaging. So let me get into this. And I'll start here on the top. And what I did here is I took a piece of blue ribbon, so I'm not going to take it out, but blue ribbon, and then there's some netting that I had for a long time from Stampin' Up! That I just bunched, and I sewed it with zigzag and red thread underneath there, so I'm not sure if you can see that. I took the wooden stars that I got from Dollar Tree a long time ago, still have quite a few of those. I used spray stain for the colors, and then I just put some stickers on top of it for the USA. And then here I used just some circle punches and then cut them in half. So I used some of the Tonic Studios mirror cardstock here. So this is an imperial blue color, and then of course the red, and then this is some linen cardstock here. A couple more of the stars, and then this is a word die from Scrap Diva, Celebrate. This came with an Easter collection this past year. Okay. And on the back, I just put my little information there. Okay. Next, I made some little mini bows in silver, gold, red, and blue foil. And then I just put on the little tiny bows, I put little star beads right on top. And then I just topped it with another one of those flowers. That's the back. It's just on a 4x6 card from the collection. Next, I made some little mini tassels, and this is just with some baker's twine. So wrapped it around, used a larger jump ring for the red and white and the blue and white, and then I used the eyelash trim for the center one, and then I used a charm that I purchased. Here's an ephemera piece from the collection, and then I just used Dollar Tree ribbon, and this is basically double-sided. It looks the same on the front and back, so I looped that back and forth in order to create a little flower here. This is a button that I received from Country Craft Creations, and I just used some twine through it. And this is that blue ribbon that I used on the first project, but I just did the zigzag there in red and backed it on some of the piece from the collection. And this is a piece of, I think it's Prima vellum, but I just thought that that looked cool, so I used that for the topper. And then these are some just sparkly bags that I've had in my stash for quite some time. I think I got them from Dollar Tree. I got all kinds of colors. So here's an ephemera piece down at the bottom. It already had the punch out of the star. So I made a fun little shaker mix in here. This was some doodlebug shakes and all kinds of other little doodads. This is another ephemera piece. I just put a little mini bulldog clip here in gold and topped it with some of that eyelash trim and the ribbon. Okay. Then, let's see what else. I made a little mini wand here using a straw. It's backed on a 4x6 from the collection. A circle punch from, just a circle punch from my stash. These are the little centers to flowers that are part of a Scrap Diva die, and I like to use them for fireworks. I think they look cool. So that's with some white artisan cardstock and then some gold foil paper. And then here's another one of the wooden stars from Dollar Tree, a little bow that is in twine. And then on the back side, I used another die. Which one is this one? Oh, Uniquely Creative dies, and I got this from Country Craft Creations. It cuts out the foil paper just beautifully. And then I layered it up with some gold foil, again some of the stars, and then just an ephemera piece and a gold punch star. And that's that. These are the bags you can get for drinks, summertime drinks, but I'll just pick those up for my stash. Okay, a couple other things that are the store-bought goodies. So I mixed up the red and blue flowers here to give to my swap partner, and then here is a pen, sparkly pen. And last but not least, this is my beaded item. So let me grab this out. Just started doing beading not all that long ago. So it's not the best of beadwork, but I think I'm getting a little better. So this is a little cowgirl boot, and it was an earring. Got that from Walmart, I think. No. What is it? Barrel. No. Cracker Barrel. That's what it is. Okay, and then I just bent the back of the earring to make a little loop and put it on a jump ring. Mixed up a bunch of different beads that I purchased, and then just to make all these little goodies. I actually got a bracelet too with a bunch of charms on it so that I could take the charms off. So here's a couple of the charms from that bracelet. Let's see. So that's another thing that you can do, keep in mind, and that is my little beaded item. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this gives you some crafty ideas for you to take part in a swap or just give stuff away to your good friends, your neighbors, your relatives, etc., 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 to bring them a nice day and exciting time to celebrate the 4th. Until next time, everyone, happy crafting, you all. Goodbye.